I decided, we'd try and get like a new PC, and I received one. I was very fortunate. And so I set it up, and then I thought to myself, okay, great, I can play PC games. And then I set it up, and I realized, my apartment is so small, I actually don't have any space for the mouse or the keyboard.
Oh my
so
God.
my mouse setup, my mouse is currently sitting on top of the tower, the rectangle, the powerful rectangle, that is, I guess, the computer.
Are you serious?
Oh my God.
Yeah, so my mouse is on top of it. My
You're
mouse is on top of it, and I move it about 2 inches, and then I have to pick it up and put it back, and then move it another 2 inches to try and get to where I need to go.
What?
The mouse to where I need it to go across 4 monitors, right? Imagine just a crouched goblin sitting on the floor with a chair on the floor, a desk on the floor, surrounded by 4 monitors, with my mouse on top of the tower that is my computer.
We need to get you a new cardboard box, I think.
Yeah, for real.
The cardboard box size you got right now is not big enough.
Well, unfortunately, when I try to put the mouse somewhere else, but then I realize, my bed is there. There's no room for anything in my room. Well, the good news is, though, I've already mentioned this before on stream. I'm moving.
Hell yeah.
So now the new place is much bigger. New desk, new setup. I'm finally going to be able to play PC games. I'm very excited.
You can finally get your gamer chair, like a true gamer girl.
Yes, a true gamer.
I was about to say, like, the Sims are probably hearing this being like, don't worry, Queen, we got you.
We got you.
You need a new apartment? Well, we'll get that for you,
Desk
Queen.
fund.
You accept card?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Open super chat.
Here comes the rainbow. It's raining down. Goodness.
Have you ever lived in a tatami room?
I have, actually.
Did you like it?
Back in the day. Not really. I mean, it wasn't quite my choice, was it? Because I recall back in the day, I kind of didn't get to choose where I lived. I was moving to a new city, and they were just kind of like, okay, go here. This is your place. And I waltzed in. It was super old. The walls were actually kind of crumbling, on the inside. There was a really ancient tatami, actually. It already had water damage, so I went ahead and water damaged it a little bit more. By actually, what I did was I was trying to figure out how to dry my clothing, because I had a washer outside, and I washed my clothing there. And it was kind of my first experience in this kind of room. And I thought to myself, well, I have to hang these to dry, right? Okay, I'll just do it in my house. So I hung it up, and it was dripping, right? And so yeah, so I went ahead and I went to sleep, and I woke up and I thought to myself, what is that scent? What is that scent in my home? And then I looked over to the side, and I looked at the dark spot on the tatami mat, and I thought, I see.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. The good news is I just kind of ran away, and that was it.
Yeah. It's your... At least, like, in the case of like Gaunt, for instance, right? Like, you almost never made like an IRL appearance in your videos, right?
No.
You've almost always
You
exclusively
could have been a
voice.
VTuber, Gone. Why'd you fucking spoil it and show your face?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will one day.
Maybe I am.
Maybe he is, and you don't know. Anyone around you could be a VTuber, and you'd have no fucking clue.
Exactly.
Yeah, legit. Like, I'm sure there's like a number of people who like know you in real life, but probably have no idea that you're a VTuber, right?
Well, sure, demons see me on the street all the time.
Yeah,
and they're
exactly.
like, if they hear a familiar voice, well, fuck them. I'm not gonna know. I'm gonna keep walking in the other direction.
I was having this...
Have you had any awkward moments where you've maybe like liked a tweet or followed someone, and then the viewers have been like, "Oh my god, why?
Oh, for sure. I mean,
really?
yeah, I see people's messages, or rather their conversations all the time, where they're talking about the order in which I followed people. I think actually there was some discussion over the order in which I followed the other HololiveEN girls. They took note of that.
Well, they
and
thought there was like drama
there were
because of
assumptions.
that.
Not really drama, but just people assuming things. I suppose drawing their own conclusions, right?
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like creating favoritism, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Could you imagine if that happened to like just us? Like being like, wow, Joey followed Connor before Gaunt. That must mean that Connor and Joey are like this, and there's something between Joey and Gaunt.
The amount of conclusions that I jump to when it comes to our
That's
relationships with
crazy.
other people is like crazy sometimes. Over like the smallest details.
It's the whole mentality of like, I know your life better than you know your life, right? It's like,
Yeah.
all right, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
You can say all you want.
I mean, it's
but-
people fucking
mean-
diagnosing us with a new mental health disorder every episode as well.
I feel like people are grasping at straws because it's all that they have, right? They don't
That's
actually
true, that's
know
true.
any one of us, right?
tell
So
them,
they take what they have, and then they write these stories because it's all that they have to go off of, like detectives. But as we all know, it doesn't really.
I'm sorry I sipped my water really weird, chat. Not chat.
Yeah,
fucking
sorry
chat.
about that.
I wanted to Twitch mode that. I'm
Pog in the chat.
Yeah.
Can I get a feels bad, man?
So I presume you have lots of like, you know, maybe is there fan fictions about you already? I assume so, right?
Oh, for sure. But I actually am
you-
not really one for reading fan fiction, so I
good.
actually
Good.
don't
I like
check
that.
those
I
out.
don't do that either.
Yeah.
I hate that.
What made you want to move to Japan in the first place?
Well-
was it your love for anime or games or music?
Well, as I've mentioned before, the only reason that I'm here with you guys right now is because I actually live in the underworld, right?
Right.
The other side of
Australia.
Japan.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm also from the underworld.
You mean the down under?
The down under. That's right.
The down underworld.
I'm sorry. That was a
Exactly.
terrible fucking
No, it's
Now we have to get an Australian VTuber.
Okay, sorry.
Sure.
Continue.
Yeah, it's okay. I live on the flip side.
Yeah.
Basically, I live on the flip side. So basically, the main reason that I wanted to be in this general area, I guess, was just because I love Japanese music, and I have a bunch of, I guess, nakama, I suppose, that I want to be close to, right?
We are Nakama.
We are
Yeah.
Nakama.
Yeah. and hang out with and make music together, and just do fun stuff. And I couldn't do that where I was before.
Right.
And now that I'm able to, everything is so much better, and I instantly feel so much better about existence, and it's great. And I hope that I can continue chasing my dreams here. Because when I first arrived, it's like everything that could go wrong went wrong, and I was in a terrible place when I first came.
Did you get like the culture shock of moving here and everything like that?
Yeah, definitely, and not knowing any Japanese at all, etc., and having to figure out everything on my own, having no souls, no money. Nothing.
Yeah.
And you didn't have any friends here or anything either.
I did from the internet, but I was not located in a place where I could hang out with them, I guess.
Okay.
So yeah, it was just not great.
And we had a hard enough time moving here when we one know each other and two
Yeah,
have an
yeah.
agency helping us. So I can't imagine how it was for you.
Yeah, it was something else. But you know, I look at it this way. Every single day, I get a little bit closer to being at the exact place that I want to be, that I thought of like 3 years ago when I set out to do all this.
That's awesome.
And, that's progress, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, because nothing sucks more than, working towards something and then 3 years passes and you're like, oh, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Yeah, that's. I mean, like I've heard your Japanese in your streams,
Yeah.
and it's definitely fine. Like you
Decent
definitely
enough.
sound like. Well, no, I mean like.
Definitely
it's
super.
perfectly
No, it's
adequate.
okay. Super gaijin.
I'm not saying you're like,
Super
like
gaijin.
super fluent or anything,
No,
but like it
no,
is
no, but-
definitely more than sufficient enough to like get by here, right? Like,
Yeah,
better
to
than
get
me.
by,
yeah,
right?
it's much better
I
than
can
these
get
two.
by.
Let's just say that. Yeah.
Well, thank you. That
Yeah,
feels
yeah.
good to know.
You don't suck like
Thanks.
us, Callie.
Yeah.
As you said earlier.
Your Japanese good, Callie. Your Japanese
Thank you.
good.
Just
don't
really,
suck.
really.
Just don't suck.
Yeah,
just
just don't
don't suck,
suck.
right?
Just get good. Just get good.
Despite my, despite my really, really like henna ikata, like I really can't say things in a way that is natural.
I feel
just
that
yet.
that like adds like a completely like different type of charm to it though.
Well, that's what Kaze and Kiara were saying when I was saying things strangely when we did our collab. Is they were
Yeah.
laughing so much, and I said, "I'm saying things weird," and they said, "No, it's cute, like it's funny." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Really? You don't think it sounds like fucked up and like it makes you like me less?" They're like, "No."
No, there's like
Surprising.
there's like a weird innocence to it.
Yeah, I think everyone likes like the other accent,
Yeah.
right, where they struggle. It's really endearing because
Yeah.
they're trying so hard.
It's
to
like
communicate.
witnessing like a Japanese person try and speak to you in English, but
Yeah,
you
exactly.
like you hear it and it's clearly broken. But there's like a weird charm to it, right? Because it's like
we have an entire fucking genre of clips where it's just VTubers trying to speak English
yeah,
words,
right.
That's true. That's a really
And like
good
those
point.
usually do like the best because it's
Yeah.
just so endearing that you look at it and you're like, oh man, they're trying so hard. It's so fucking cute.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
when that dog said, "I love you," I felt that.
Yeah.
The dog. I felt that.
The
man.
dog.
I mean, right, like that. The whole reason why, like, Korone's English only streams do so fucking well is because it's literally that for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
And it's
that's
just clips
true.
galore, right? So I think like in the opposite way, like I think you're able to achieve that as well when you speak Japanese. Like I'm sure Japanese people are like, oh man, like she's clearly trying.
Yeah.
But like the fact that it's not exactly perfect is like what makes it endearing. Right.
Yeah, that's a good point actually.
Yeah.
Now that you say
Because
it.
I certainly.
What's like the weirdest super chat you've ever gotten? Or is there any that stand out in your mind?
There are some pretty fun ones. For example, there's a reoccurring character in my stream called. Am I allowed to? We actually never got that checked, huh? If Ghost Rider, right? Ghost Rider outside my house. There's a freaking skeleton on a motorcycle that just every day when I'm streaming, 5 times a stream, just outside of my window, just. And it gets on my last damn nerve. Well, everyone's called him Ghost Rider, right? And he appears sometimes in the super chat to say sorry for being loud outside or whatever, that kind of shit. And I'm like, thanks for your super chat, man, but that doesn't change the fact I'm fucking pissed at you right now, man. Like
maybe they're trying to use echolocation to determine your pinpoint address.
Oh, yeah.
Based off the sound reverb.
Yeah, exactly.
How far away? It's
Judging
like, okay.
from that frequency, I know that it's this type of engine.
That's some Reddit shit, man. They'll find that out, dude.
Oh, for sure. No, I believe it.
Yeah, it's like that news, you know, of like how like someone found that Japanese idol because of like
Reflection
a
in her eye.
reflection in her eye.
I read about that. That's nuts, man.
Scary. I mean, you don't have to worry about it because you know.
Oh god, why are
you
we
don't
not
have
wearing
to-
sunglasses right now?
Yeah. Yeah, God's just like, I'm not gonna look
Put
at
down,
you.
blur our eyes. Blur them.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Oh my
you gotta
God.
be careful. Be careful.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
At the end of the day, there's also the fact that just because you work hard on something doesn't mean that it's good. So which is it's harsh. It's harsh. That's what I say to myself. I only say it because that's what I say to myself every day. Just because you work hard on something doesn't mean that it's going to be good, and it doesn't mean that it's going to be
Literally
high
every dub
quality.
voice actor.